Welcome back to another episode of Iron Hands Engineering. On today's episode we are going to be getting the Z21 Sora ready for the last show of the season for me, which is JAPFEST Classic. What's happening down at Goodwood. We've actually been invited to join FAST Car on the FAST Car stand at JAPFEST Classic, and it's a hell of an honour for me because FAST Car was what I grew up with as a kid. It really kind of got me into cars, it was one of the readable materials that you got, and it was FAST Car and Max Power. And I always prefer FAST Car, to be fair, but we've been invited by FAST Car to be on this stand, and it's a hell of an honour, and I'm a bit gobsmacked if I'm honest with you. But one of the things we've got to do before the car's actually ready is we are going to be fitting gold pinstripe sticker to the Sora. I got the idea from my boy Ollie. He's also got a Z20 Sora. His is a lot more Kaido racer, but his is purple with 1J in it, absolutely beautiful, but he's got this pinstriping, and when we went to Gravity together I thought, that's nice. So he told me where to get it from. We've now got it, so now we're going to put it on the car. I've never done it before, so let's see how well it comes out. That actually came out a lot nicer than I expected, to be fair. So as you can see, you've got the nice little end piece here. I had to just blend that a little bit more because for some reason these bits are a bit wider than the actual pinstripe, so trim that down. But yeah, a nice line all the way down until it gets to the back just before the light, and the same with another little end piece. So I think that looks banging, to be fair. Let's get the other side done. Alright, so both sides are now completely done. I'm still in two minds whether or not it's going to be staying, but I quite like it for now, to be fair. But it's just there's some little bits and pieces that I'm not really that happy with. So, but it does look good. I'll give it that. It's just yeah, time will tell whether or not it stays or not. So next step is to get it all washed and polished, and then we can start heading down there. It's fresh in the morning. We just had a lovely sleep in our caravan, so let's go do the first day at JAPFEST. Going through the Goodwood tunnel. So after yesterday's dramas, we've made it to JAPFEST Classic, so let's have a little look around. This skyline is just absolutely incredible. that's now the end of JAPFEST Classic for me. So we're now going to make our way back home to Norfolk. So it's going to take a good few hours. So we'll see you guys when we get back. And we are now back from Classic JAPFEST. So let's sum up the whole weekend, shall we? It was a proper honour to be asked to display on Fast Cars stand. Read Fast Car since I was quite young and all that. There's always Fast Car Max Power. So actually being invited to show on their stand was something else. Started off on the Friday on the way down there. Unfortunately, we hit a pothole coming just out of my village. We didn't think much of it, but it was on the same wheel that got crippled earlier this year by a pothole, and I had to have straightened out and everything like that. And unfortunately, we got just across the Dartford crossing, and I got very, very violent wheel wobble. Taking the wheel off, it turned, well, I had a flat basically, so I took the wheel off, and I had another flat on the wheel, and I was just like, oh, for God's sake. So me and my friends had to quickly find a way to get the car ready basically. So we managed to find a tyre shop in Portsmouth that carried the right size tyre, so we had to slap the 40-year-old Space Saver onto the Sora and get down to Portsmouth. It was Friday afternoon, it was 4 p.m, and obviously everywhere was going to close for the weekend at about 5, so we were very lucky to get there in time, and we got it all sorted for the show. Unfortunately though, on the way back, you could tell very clearly that the wheel is unround. I couldn't go over 50 miles an hour. The vibration was too much. So I have had to order some new wheels, which will hopefully be here in the next few weeks when they get here from Japan and all that, and then I can do a separate video on that. But back to Classic JAPFEST. The show was awesome. We got to see drifting on the Saturday, and quite a lot of display cars anyway on the Saturday as well. But unfortunately, Storm Amy hit. So it was blowy as all hell, and it put a lot of people off. So attendance was down. Sunday, the weather was a lot better. There was no winds. It was a nice clear day, but I think that the storm had kind of ruined everyone's perception of the show on what it was going to be like for that weekend, so attendance was a lot less. But the cars I saw there were fantastic. They're cars that I'd seen throughout the year, a lot of high quality builds and decent classic Japanese metal. It was just really good. The traders there were spot on. Goodwood itself is obviously such a beautiful venue, so I'd definitely go again. We managed to book caravan and all that down at Lakeside, which was just lovely, to be fair. So hung out with mates and just had a really nice weekend. But now that's the end of 2025 show season for me. Sora is now parked away, and it will be here and then moved to my new workshop when the workshop is finished. But other than that, yeah, other than that, it's basically no more shows this year. So like I say, we've got new wheels on the way. We'll get the SSR, the Mark IIs straightened out, but we have got another set of wheels on the way, so that's going to be the project for the Sora this year. So once again guys, cheers for watching this episode of Iron Tanks Engineering. I hope you enjoyed it, because I enjoy making them. So don't forget to do that, like and subscribe and all that stuff, because it really does help the channel out. And I'll see you all again on the next one. See you guys.